Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the right side on top of your screen, which will bring down your toggles. Samsung does separate toggles to the right side and notifications to the left side, so make sure you do it from the right one. And in here, in this area, you want to swipe down, and this will... Let's try that again. And this will reveal a bunch of toggles, also showing you labels for them. And here we should, I believe, have Do Not Disturb mode visible, and it is right here for me. But if you can't find it on your end, you would be able to add it. And you can do so by clicking right here on this pencil. And then at the bottom you'll find Add a Control option. And you get this awful layout. So in here you would be looking for Do Not Disturb mode, which I don't know under what category it is, as no, it's not like categories are listed other than by scrolling through them. And it's under modes right here. So you can see it's already added, as it is grayer compared to something like, for instance, microphone access, which is a bit more visible. Once you have the toggle visible in here, just simply tap on it. I added mic because that one is already added, so I can't add it again. And unfortunately it gets added to the bottom of the page instead of the freaking list at the top, so we're gonna need to move it. I'm gonna hold it, I can drag it over and drop it on here, and it's now added. Additional step that you never needed to take. So once you have your Do Not Disturb mode in here, first time around I recommend holding it and selecting details. This gives you the ability to customize the mode. Now, starting off with one of the more important options is the for how long, and I like that it's actually present in here. I don't know if this is default option, ask every time. If it is, then that's actually pretty damn good. But normally what I'm used to is that the until turn off option is the default one. Like I said, I don't know if this is now default or not, but in any case, I do personally prefer the middle option for a time specific, and I like to set it to something like 4 hours. So whenever I manually interact with the Do Not Disturb mode, in this case it's going to run for 4 hours, and after 4 hours it's automatically going to turn itself off. You can have, if this is default, it's going to ask you every time if you want to turn it on for a specific amount of time, which you can change every time, or if you want to run it indefinitely with this one. Now, moving further down, we have schedules. So we have sleeping and we have driving. For driving, for instance, I'm going to quickly touch upon it. Enables Do Not Disturb mode based on either your device connecting to your car's Bluetooth or car's Bluetooth plus being in motion. So a little bit extra step, so it's not always on. So you can utilize that if you want, and you basically turn that on. So the moment you connect to that Bluetooth, you would inherently just have the mode turn on as well. Now the other one, sleeping, is just going to be for sleeping every day, 10 p.m., 7 a.m. I believe this might be toggled on by default as well if you have a smartwatch from Samsung. I noticed with my phone, and when I was using the watch, what is it, 6 I think? No, one before the square circle. My watch and my phone would be in sleep mode when I usually woke up at just kind of like earlier time than usual. So this could potentially be turning on Do Not Disturb mode automatically with the watch, but I have never tested it out, so keep that in mind. Now last, we have the schedule in here, so you can create your own schedules, set whatever name you want to, set whichever day of the week you want it to run through, and the start and end time. And from there, once you save it, it automatically becomes enabled, as you can see. Now, moving further down, we have allow during Do Not Disturb mode. So these are basically exclusions. So we have the exclusions for calls and the messages, and those exclusions would be, for instance, for calls, anyone, so everyone could basically be able to call you, only contacts, favorite contacts, or no one. Now, no matter which one you choose right here, you have additional option below, so repeat callers. So if someone calls you twice within a 15-minute period, they will bypass the option right here. And it might be a good option in case of emergencies. Usually people spam call you till you pick up, so this would allow them to actually reach you. And based on this message, it's not going to be notifying you about the calls. It actually seems like it's going to be passing the call through, as some devices just kind of give you a notification instead. And below that we have also messages, so same as calls. You can select anyone, contacts, favorites, or no one. It just doesn't have the repeated callers. Now next we have apps and notifications, so you can choose what kind of app notifications, so you can select what kind of apps will be able to just spam you with their notifications even when this mode is enabled. And lastly, alarms and sounds. So let's close this up as everything here is set, and find the toggle, and you just simply tap on it to turn it on. Now for me, as I set it up, it's going to run for about 4 hours, at which point it will turn itself off. But if I want to, I can just find this toggle once more and tap on it again to turn it off. And obviously you will need to remember to do that if you chose the until you turn it off option, or if you're planning to use a schedule. Well, you don't need to remember about anything. You don't even need to remember to turn it on. The device will do all that for you. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.